Welcome to another episode of Teach Me, where the pro players teach me their main character. Today I decided to go with Hwoarang, and the player that I chose was a legacy legendary player known globally as Starscream. If you lot don't know who he is, then man, he's the person that paved the way for players like me, Hwoarang, Real Men, all the players that you see now. They're real old school. They're the ones that kind of even shown us that there was a scene, or there is tournaments and stuff like that. So you gotta pay homage. So I took a trip down memory lane, went back to go and see Mr. Starscream to teach me about Hwoarang. So if you look like this video and you look like Tekken, then you should definitely subscribe to this channel, because there's lots of Tekken content, premium high level content for you to digest. Smash the like button and leave a comment. Let's get into this episode.
Hwoarang.
Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy King J. Today we're in for a special episode. We have legacy legendary player. I don't like to big up players that are legendary, but you know what? We have a special guest that is legendary, Mr. Starscream. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir.
How's
it going, man?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing, bro?
We are blessed.
All right, good, man. We're gonna get into these Hwoarang season 4 changes. So let's go for the first one. So the first one is 4-3, change the damage from 14 to 16, change the opponent's behavior when the move lands or as counted. So that's this one. And I feel like the animation's changed as well. So it does that now. Does knockdown.
Yeah, so that was one of the buffs for season 4. So they changed the animation. I'm wondering if it's a precursor for something in the later season, or maybe Tekken 8, but they changed the animation. It was always high mid, it's still high mid. But now, as you see, the second hit hits by itself on counter hit. It's a knockdown. That's a buff. So not that you ever fish for this, but exactly, if you get the first one to whiff and the second one hits on counter hit, it knocks down. So that's a wall stun and a full wall combo. So that's new to season 4.
Okay, cool. Do you think
Of course,
this
damage buff as well? Love more damage. That's a buff.
would you think about this shit? Do you think it's a change that he needed, or it's just welcomed?
It's okay. I mean, like I said, I would think it's more a quality of life change rather than something fundamentally different. The change in animation is good, of course, but it was always okay. So actually, what it has done is in season 3 and before, his 11 frame punish was 4 forward 4, because that did more damage. Whereas now 4-3, which is damage buff in season 4, that is now the staple 11 frame punisher. So it's done that, and the difference now is it leaves you remain left stance instead of the right foot stance, which 4 forward 4. So that's what it's done. It's changed the default 11 frame punisher.
Okay, cool. The next one is down back 4, change damage from 12 to 14. Again, another damage buff.
Yeah, is it changing? It's a buff overall, I guess. And I guess with the bigger life bars as part of season 4 that everyone else has, damage buffs are good. Once again, I don't think it's groundbreaking or changing, but it's a buff, so thumbs up for that one.
All right, cool. And then we have up 3+4, increase the strength of the pushback, made the move easier to land.
Yeah, so made the move easier to land. I don't know, that's a bit nebulous to me. I'm not sure what that means when it makes it easier to land. I don't know if that means they've changed something to do with the hitbox. And what was the first thing you said? What was the first no?
So they said increase the strength of the pushback, made the move easier to land. So maybe before, I think this might have, did it push back on hit?
A little bit. So no. So do it on block. Do it on block. Well, you're still right next to them, so it must be on hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's. Yeah, I mean that move is still okay. I don't think that's too much. It's a bit of a buff.
Okay, cool. And then we got up forward 3. They fixed an issue which jump status after inputting up forward 3-4 was not correct.
So that sounds like a bug. So that's a quality of life change. Personally, I didn't notice it. So I'm wondering whether it's one of those things that their testers probably noticed. I don't think a lot of people mention much to do with that. So I'm assuming that's one of their internal bug or internal testers found or something. So quality of life change for that.
Okay, cool. And then we have up, forward. Yeah, so we done that one. Forward, forward, free. Decrease the distance between the character and opponent when the move hits. Wow.
Yeah, so again, that's a buff. All of these are going to sound like buffs, but that's a buff because, you know, I think you're at +6 after that hits.
Yeah.
So you're at +6. The opponent is crouching, and you're very close to the opponent, so you can continue your pressure. So that's Namco pushing you to use more aggressive with Hwoarang. You know, you've got the frame advantage. They're in crouch, and you're right next to them. So it's your turn. They're making it clear it's your turn to continue doing things.
Okay, cool. And then we have crouch dash free. They changed the attack. No, yeah, they changed the attack startup from 18 to frame 18 and 19. Now, I know you have a special way to explain this, so let me know how it is.
Okay, so what that means is, so they haven't sped up the move. The move is still 18 frames, but the active frames is 18 and 19, which just means the move lingers for an additional frame. So the way I always explain frames is, you know those old school like flip books where you've got like a picture on every single page, and when you flip it, you get an animation just by flicking through the book. Mm-hmm. So frames, the way I was used to describe frames is exactly like that. Every frame is one of those pages. So if Hwoarang is doing a jab and his jab is 10 frames, it's like it's got 10 pages, and each page is, you know, his hand getting closer before it actually connects. And then on the 10th page is when it will connect. So that's like frames, isn't it? So with this move, not only on the 18th frame is it connecting, but on the 19th frame it can also connect as well. So it lingers out. So that's a buff as well. So it's active for longer.
Crazy. I think that's the best way to explain. That's the best way to explain it. Frames exactly like that.
Knowledge, but bless you.
So we got forward, free. Increase the lower range of the attack. So I've seen this buff with a lot of the characters, like the running moves have a lower hitbox now. So
yeah, so that's really good because depending on how you play Hwoarang, you know, characters like Ling, they have these really low stances, and if you're running at them, and then you do that as running free, yeah, they can go under your running free and then, you know, launch you as a punish. But now because it hits quite low, we'll actually clip them in their stance. So that's a buff. That's really good. Same speed, but just hits lower. So that's a buff.
Okay, cool. And then we got during rise stance forward 4-3. They fixed the issue which the second attack could be blocked after the first attack hit from the side. So that is this.
Yeah, so that one's a bit strange. It's very rare that you ever, for me personally anyways, it's very rare that you ever hit someone in their side. But it sounds like, and it's probably once again their internal testing, it looks like if the first one hits on the side, the second one gets blocked when that's supposed to be a natural combo. So it looks like they fixed that. So again, this is quality of life. So not a buff, just quality of life. Hwoarang.
Yeah, I wanted to talk to you about this move as well. So, you know, back in the days, you used to do forward 4-3, and then you could get two back. Is it 2 back 4?
Two back 4.
Yeah. So I don't like the fact that, you know, if the first one hits, it's jails now. Like, because I felt like you was rewarded for ducking that move because it was tight. It was kind of like Nina's standing free where you duck it, and it's like you could get like a launcher while standing.
Yeah. So I don't know, man, because I don't know if that's a buff or a nerf. So before, in previous seasons, so this just to make it clear, this isn't a change for season 4. In previous seasons, when Hwoarang did that move, if they didn't duck the second hit, because it did not jail before, on block, you got so much frame advantage that you got a guaranteed 2 back 4. So against the wall, that was like a wall stand into more damage. Yeah, that was all a combo. If they blocked the first and failed to duck the second. But I think it was season 3.
Yeah, season 3.
They changed it to make it jail on hit now, jail on block, and you can no longer duck. Which means you can no longer duck the second hit. But they've removed the frame advantage, so you no longer get that 2 back 4 guarantee. So for me personally, I don't know, man, because depending on the level that you play, at high level, everyone ducked it, so the move was kind of useless. Like you can't even throw it out randomly. I'll go 20 matches, never throw it out against the same guy, try it on the 21st match, and it'll always get ducked. Whereas now, because it jails, you can now use it. It's very good as a wall pressure tool.
I understand. All right, cool. So we got during right stance, forward 3, forward 4. So they fixed an issue in which the properties of the move were not the same as during left Flamingo, forward 4. So that is this move.
Yeah, versus if you go into left Flamingo.
So if I went into left Flamingo.
And then forward and 4.
All right, hold on.
Yeah, so that's the same move, and the second hit of yeah. So apparently, and this is again quality of life. I never noticed this, so once again, I'm assuming the internal test team found something. But it's quality of life.
Okay, cool. And then we have during left Flamingo 4, change the frame of advantage when blocked from +2 to +4. Decrease the distance between the character and the opponent when the move is blocked. Reduce the strength of the pushback and made the move easier to land. So that is this move here.
Yeah, buddy. So I love that, man. So it's good because so that's a buff. I think what happened in previous seasons is if you ever hit that, or if it was blocked, it pushed the opponent quite far. But I felt it was very hard to use. Not very hard, but it wasn't really a poking tool. Whereas now it can be used as a poking tool. They can't press. You can beat their jabs if they block it, and then they try and press jabs. Your Flamingo jab will beat theirs. And because you're so close to them, you can continue the pressure. So once again, this is Namco pushing you to apply the pressure with Hwoarang. That's the archetype of the character.
Okay, cool. And then we got during left Flamingo back 3, increase the lower range of the attack, reduce the strength of the pushback and made the move easier to land. So that's the power crush.
So again, another quality of life. So same speed, they didn't change the speed, they reduced the hitbox, very similar to the running 3. So once again, Zhao Yu, Zhao Yu's the default one who goes quite low. That will hit her now out of her stance. And also, depending on wall combos, you can get them in their low slump with that move quite reliably now as well. So that's another buff.
Okay, cool. And then we have during left Flamingo up forward 3. Fix an issue which the jump status after inputting during left Flamingo up forward 3-4 was not normal. Adjust the motion since performing the move in a specific situation led to unnatural behavior. So that is this.
Yeah, so that's similar to the default stance one. So I think there's a quality of life change there, and they're making it consistent with the Flamingo version as well.
Okay, cool. And then now we have during left Flamingo up forward 4. Can now shift to right stance by during left Flamingo up forward 4, hold forward. So now you can stay like this.
Yeah, so if you do the normal one, if you do and then don't hold forward. So do the one where you don't hold forward. Yeah, see, so he switches back to that stance. But if you hold forward, by the end of it, he's in the other stance. So this is just to make, depending on how you want to continue your combos after landing that move. So it's about the combo extensions that come off the back of that. So again, it's a buff. It's not a massive buff, but it's just you've got combo options for it now. So that's a good thing.
Okay, cool.
But can you play Hwoarang?
Why are you asking me? Because I can do that. You see in the step of the movement. Come on.
I'm just asking, can you actually play this character?
I mean, it's not at the moment, but once you teach me, I might have to just, you know what I mean? I know. I like the way you like the wave that, you know what I'm saying? Come on.
All right, okay. There's one or two ways there.
Come on. There's one or two ways. Don't disrespect, bro. Don't disrespect. You see the fox step as well.
No fox there. That's like a badger step inside. I'm not seeing no foxes.
Alright, cool. Let's continue on. So we got the during right Flamingo 3. Change the frame advantage when blocked from +2 to +4. Decrease the distance between the character and opponent when the move is blocked. Reduce the strength of the pushback when the move and made the move easier to land. So that is right Flamingo 3. So same thing.
Yeah, so a lot of his moves are mirrored in the other stances, so that's just keeping it consistent. Yeah, it's just those two.
The knowledge is coming. You see, you thought I didn't know him, right? Anyway, let's move on.
Right. You like the match?
During right Flamingo, down forward 4, increase the lower range of the attack. Oh, so again, they said it increased.
Yeah, again, those values that like to go into their Art Phoenix, that will now clip them quite low. One of the things that's quite annoying is, at least I found when I was playing Zaoyus online, when you get them close to the wall and you're trying to apply pressure, a lot of them will just go into their Art Phoenix and then do their hop kick straight away. And if you were ever doing that move, the Art Phoenix will go under you, that move will go over and then they'd launch you. Whereas now that'll clip them for a counter hit. So another quality of life buff for Hwoarang.
Okay, cool. Then we have during right Flamingo, back 4, increase the lower range of the attack. So
same thing, mirroring the power crush in the other stance. So yeah, you're not escaping that, man. No one's ducking that nonsense anymore. No stances. We're hitting you at those.
Nice. And then we have the infamous bake kick, which is during right Flamingo, up forward 4, which is the new move. What's your thoughts on this move?
Yeah, so oh man, so I'm a bake fan as well. And I was hoping, I don't know if they're going to do Tekken 8 or if they're going to do another season. I was hoping Bake might actually make the comeback. Them giving that to Hwoarang, you know, it implies maybe not. I don't know, because King got some Armor King's moves and Armor King still made a comeback, so maybe there's hope. So this move particularly is out of Hwoarang's stance. It's just they're giving him a hop kick. It's a hop kick from his right Flamingo. It's okay. I mean, it's gimmicky using it, but I like to use it at the end of combos near walls because it can knock them up quite high, and then you can get like a high wall splat to make sure you get maximum wall damage. And it's good if one of the things that Hwoarang tends to struggle to when you're applying your pressure, and people like to do the dick jab, just down and down, because it just stops a lot of Hwoarang's pressure. Whereas now, Hwoarang has a move that will not only low crush the jab, the dick jab, but will launch. And that's probably the worst thing in it. You're just trying to stop Hwoarang from doing this nonsense, and you get launched into more damage. So yeah, it's good. It's decent. It's a decent addition.
Okay, cool. And then and then last but not least, back 2 plus 4, change the frame of advantage upon hit from plus 13 to plus 0. So if you remember season 3, you would able to get like this into a combo, but you can't anymore.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You know, it's interesting because every Hwoarang player that I know wasn't a fan of this, because I think it was 52 or 57 damage, something like that, in season 3, with the guaranteed back turn plasma blade. And like they gave Hwoarang a throw game like king. He has every throw option: left throw, right throw, 1+2 escapes. He's got them all, and he can do that throw from back turned as well. Which meant even from back turned, he had a two-way mix-up of 1+2 or right throw, and it's just insane damage for a throw from this Taekwondo guy. Exactly. So I think everyone complained about it. I don't think anyone actually liked it. Even the dedicated Hwoarang guys, they were like, yeah, we don't really like it. So Namco just got rid of it. So the throw is still there. Now the onus falls on Hwoarang players to continue the pressure by using their brain rather than just mashing the back turn kick and getting insane damage.
Yeah, no, that definitely makes sense. All right, cool. So we reached the end of the patch notes. A whole lot of buffs, but I usually ask every guest that comes onto the show, what is the strengths or weakness of the character in season 4? So what do you think the strengths and weaknesses are for Hwoarang?
Strengths, so depending on your level of play, so either beginner, intermediate, or I'm not saying professional, but advanced. I think Hwoarang's strengths are his pressure. So season 4, Namco really pushed the pressure and the attack ability with the Hwoarang. So that's people talk about the whirlwind, getting caught in that whirlwind. Hwoarang is really good at getting you in that whirlwind, and you not knowing when you can press buttons and getting counter hitted and launched all over the shop. So that's his strength. Another strength is his comeback potential. When Hwoarang's low on energy, Hwoarang can come back then. It doesn't take him much. You know, if he gets you in that in that vortex, you can say goodbye to your bar. So that's the strength. His weakness is Hwoarang's not good in the neutral. It's what I really struggle with. You know, when you're about 2 characters away, going backwards and forwards, trying to find your way in, it can be quite difficult. He's got what's that Sparta kick, 4-4-4, but it's quite linear. And if they sidestep it, they can launch you, and they can sidestep it in both directions quite easily. So I think Hwoarang really struggles in the neutral. That's my that's where I see that's where I struggle more. See that as a disadvantage. Anything else?
Do you really feel like he struggles in the neutral? Like he can just kind of come in and do what he needs to do? Like,
nah, but it's the neutral where all the maths is happening. We're trying to work out, all right, let me get my plan. Let me see how I can stay out and learn when I'm going in. And Hwoarang doesn't really have much in that neutral, like. So I think he struggles. I mean, we've laughed about this before. Hwoarang's a kick character, but you sort of have to lead his attacks and his pressure with jabs. It's like the safest way to get in. Everything else is either slow or you risk. It is a bigger risk. So that's what I'd say his biggest weakness is.
Okay, cool. And if you could change one thing, imagine if like Harada says, all right, Starscream, what's the one thing you could change with the character? What would it be?
Harada coming to man's for Hwoarang options, yeah. Oh man, because there's too many things. Oh, sorry. The backlash is another positive. Is another advantage of Hwoarang. I hear a lot of complaints about that, the recovery of his backlash.
Really?
So anyway, if I could change one thing, you know, because I play Machiners as well, innit? And one of the things I love doing in Machiners is just wave, God fist, and they block. And you know the animation of that lightning.
Yeah,
it's quite intimidating. It's quite aggressive. I wish Hwoarang could do that, like wave, just frame skyrocket, and it had the same animation as a guarded election. It doesn't have to be +5 on block. I want it to look that same way in it because it's intimidating. One of the things that is difficult with Hwoarang is Hwoarang has a wave dash, and you can do wave dash into his normal skyrocket like that. But doing wave dash into his just frame skyrocket is quite difficult. It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
You have to cancel the wave dash with like a mini micro sidestep or a forward in order to get it. And it looks quite cool when you do it, but it's quite difficult. Whereas with Machiners, I'm so used to just wave electric. I wish Hwoarang could do that. And it's just for a cool factor. Honorable mention is Hwoarang, a kick guy, doesn't have a launching counter hit right foot counter hit 4. You know, Law has 4 on counter hit launches. Even Bob 4 on counter hit launches. Hwoarang doesn't. His 4 on counter hit does nothing. I don't even think he gives him more frames on it. It does nothing. So yeah, they need to do something like he's a kick character. He should have the coolest right kick counter. So yeah, that's an honorable mention.
All right, cool. Well, Starscream, thank you very much, man. I really appreciate it. It's good to hear your thoughts on the character. You've been playing the character for a long time and definitely put the character on the map in terms of UK Hwoarangs for a very long time. We're talking like T5, T6.
Prior to that, mate, this is Tekken Tag. From Tekken Tag 1, T4, T5. I was there before the dinosaurs, man. I was there before the dinosaurs.
See what I'm saying?
Metaphorically and literally, like dinosaur. I was there before dinosaurs. So yeah, a strong minute, man.
Yeah, no, it's been a very strong minute. So it was only right to get you on to talk about what you think about the character. 'Cause obviously, your Tekken knowledge has been from all that time to now, so you understand like certain things and what things should be changed. And you know, I feel like the change that you asked for definitely isn't an unfair. I think it will make more people want to try out Hwoarang to do certain things like that, to be a bit more stylish and a bit more flashy. So definitely agree with that. But yeah, I would say I usually ask people about their social medias and that, but I know you're pretty much prehistoric. You lot don't really do the social medias, and all the rest of the old school lot. It's just, I don't even know if you lot even have a Twitter. Or I don't even know if you lot have even a smartphone. Is it you lot have a cell phone like the Motorola that sticks out? I don't know.
Smartphones? What are those? Cancer? No, smartphones. No. To be fair, I don't do twitching and the tweeting or the twatting, whatever it's called. I don't do any of that. But I do. I mean, I do watch all the content. I do watch a lot of content. But I'm not on there personally myself. One of the good things is with COVID, it's got me back into playing Tekken. I'm on the PS4, so I'll see some of you guys out there. And don't worry, I'll come to the PC eventually. All of you man's on there, so.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, I'm getting back into it, so you know, I put the crown down for a bit, so I'm coming back, and I'm dabbling again. So you'll see me out here. Don't worry.
Do you see what I'm saying? Now you're on PS4, where everyone that was on PS4, they went to PC. You're not even on PC no more. You're not even on PC.
No, so don't worry about that. Like, okay, fine. When I come to PC.
We're here.
So I'll come, don't worry, man. And I've got a lot of because there's still a lot of people on the PS4, and I've got a lot of friends on PC, always asking, yourself included, always saying, yeah, jump on. That's where a lot of the heads have gone now. So I'm in the mountains training, man. Don't worry, when I come out the mountains, just be prepared. That's what I'm saying.
I heard that, man. Well, Starscream, thank you very much for the episode. Really, really appreciate it, man. You know,
thank you for having me, sir.
Appreciate it, man. We're here. Teach me Tekken 7 content. If you lot love Tekken and you lot aren't subscribed to the channel, what are you lot doing? There's so much Tekken content on here. Make sure you lot subscribe, leave a comment, and also remember to smash the like button as well. We're going to be on to the next episode. Hope you lot enjoy this one. Take it easy, everyone. Peace.
Peace.
Number 4 will be Uma versus Hwoarang. And setup number 5 here will be Bonus Jin versus Late.
Bonus Jin and Late.
And if I haven't mentioned your name, you're already part of the crew to the next team.
What?
Okay, can you confidently beat, Ezzy, Dino, or Acid?
NBA 2 champion.
Do you know what, I'll tell you what, if any of these lot agree, then I'll swap you lot out.
No, they won't agree. I'll do it.
I think they should have.
Let's go.